Kimani, what can you tell us where you are? What is the traffic situation like?
Oh, good morning, Joey. This is Thika Road. As we promised, we were going to come to Thika Road. And as I said earlier, Thika Road on Monday morning, it's routine traffic, and I can confirm to you it's bad. So if you hadn't left the house by 5 o'clock in the morning, that's 5 a.m., then you're going to have a long day. But some good news at least is because we can just clearly say the sun is out. We were worried about the cold, but now we're fine because the sun is out. It seems like global warming is also taking an effect in Kenya because it was by the time we did the first link on that's around 7:15, it was so cold in Nairobi. Right now, the sun is out and it doesn't look like it's going to be cold anymore. So those are some of the effects of global warming, I presume. Anyway, Thika Road is not looking good. This is the Pangani stretch, of course. It's usually routine every Monday morning. Remember, why there's so much traffic on this particular stretch is because of that narrow path over there at Pangani, where three feeder roads have to come into Thika Road. That is Kiambu Road, Muthaiga Road. Yes, two actually, Kiambu Road and Muthaiga Road, and then Thika Road, the main highway. Now, here's a trick. I want to give you guys some tips on how to maneuver this Thika Road traffic. If you're coming from the side of Kasarani, if you're coming towards town using Thika Road. Now, here's a trick. If you're at Utalii College and around KCA, that place, usually there's a very huge temptation of using the service lane, and most people fall for that. Don't use the service lane. Just maintain inside the highway. Just stay inside the highway. That's a trick. If you go on the service lane, you might have a long day, because this particular part where we are standing at, this is the overpass at Muthaiga Road, and Kiambu Road and Muthaiga Road all converge on this side. So there's more heavy traffic on the service line than on the main highway. So if you're using the main highway, if you look at this cars on the main highway, they keep moving. It doesn't. It's parked, but then it doesn't stop that much. It keeps moving. So if you're in the main highway, it keeps flowing. But then if you're on the left side, let me show you. On my right side, that is, these guys are parked. They have to stop their cars. You see? Those cars are stopped. You can see all the way that stretch. And then on the other side down, that's Kiambu Road, which goes on there's an underpass that goes on the other side and comes all the way and then meets over there. So Muthaiga Road and Kiambu Road meet at the same spot, and it's very narrow. So it means you'll have to stop. But then if you use the main highway, you're gonna keep moving. So you see, like, these guys they keep moving. So it's gonna take you less time if you use the main highway than using the service line. So if you use the service line, it goes all the way to Mathari Hospital. So from there toward this Pangani stretch, it's going to take you more time than it would have taken you if you maintain the highway from KCA all the way to that Pangani stretch. From there, what used to be Forest Road, it eases all the way to Ngara, and there is no much trouble there because now the road widens up and there are more lanes to be used, so there is no much traffic. That is the trick of how to use Thika Road. Now, these guys have to wait for the police officer to open the traffic down there, but then it's very slow. So if you're using the Muthaiga side, you might even want to go through Kiambu Road and come through to the main highway, which is a long drive, but then if you want to avoid traffic, that's the only way. But if you're using Muthaiga and you're leaving just around closer to the highway, you don't have an option. You have to come here, but then it wouldn't be a long drive as somebody who's using the main highway from KCA and the user service lane. That's going to take you a long time. So that's how it looks on Thika Road. Of course, it's Monday morning. Everybody's got their car out and it's Monday. You expect heavy traffic. This one stretches all the way back to Safari Park. So the Safari Park stretch, that's between Garden City and there's a place at Garden City which has a zebra crossing in the middle of the road, which causes traffic. Again, means it slows down, and because there are many cars, so that's where the traffic starts. From Garden City, between Garden City and Safari Park, and then now you come to the Roaster side and it still stops and it parks all the way. Still at another stop will be at Mathare, which also has a zebra crossing. And it also slows down traffic. So now Thika Road, that makes it really heavy. So if you haven't left the house, you might want to wait until 10 o'clock. Then that way it will be clear. The highway will be clear. But then the problem now shifts towards the Ngara side. So that is how it looks this morning on Thika Road. If you haven't left the house, you might want to stay up to 10. That is if that won't inconvenience you. If you want to leave now, be ready to stay in traffic for some time. Joey.
All right, thank you very much for updating us on the situation there on Thika Road. That is Kimani Mbugua taking a look at traffic for you this morning, and we've got more with Fred Indimuli on the other side.
Yes, thank you, Joey. And a quick look at Google Maps, and you can see the main arteries into Nairobi all have traffic this morning. We're talking about Waiyaki Way into town, Langata Road into town, Mombasa Road, Thika Road, and even Kiambu Road. If I could just widen, and let's start with the kind of problem that Kimani Mbugua was trying to expound on Thika Road. And it starts all the way back, almost just after Safari Park, immediately after Garden City. That interchange there, that's where the traffic on Thika Road starts. And you can see a thick red line going all the way past that outer ring interchange, all the way down beyond Kenya Pipeline, all the way down past the Utali Drift. That's the Mathare Mental Hospital. This is it. And I think he should be around somewhere here at this interchange with Kiambu Road and Muthaiga Road, and that's a problem all the way. So if I told you on Thika Road, yes, as Kimani put it, there is a big problem. But once you leave, once you exit that Pangani interchange, either through Muranga Road or the other one, Wangari Maathai Road, it's much better at this time. A quick look at Mombasa Road. Mombasa Road, nothing much to report about. The usual slow traffic at around Maradaima, going as far back as that exit from the airport, past the Eastern Bypass interchange, all the way slow but moving, nothing much to report about. Only very slow traffic as you approach the Nyayo Stadium roundabout. Langata Road. Yes, Langata Road today is very slow. Immediately after the Langata Cemetery, you can see around Onyonka there, past Masai, past the Southern Bypass interchange. It is slow all the way up to the Timor roundabout. And after that, you can either choose to use Mbagathi Way, which is not so bad, but it has a lot of orange on it, meaning it's moving, but it has a lot of traffic. If you choose to go further down, Madaraka Estate, the roundabout, and then on to Aerodrome Road or further down to the Lusaka Road roundabout, there it is much slower. So if you're coming from Langata Road, I think heading to town, you're much better placed using Mbagathi Way at this time. The other big one is Ngong Road. Ngong Road, yes, and it goes as far back as Karen. Goes as far back as Karen. This is Langata Road where it joins that roundabout on Ngong Road, and all the way up to the Southern Bypass. It is very slow coming from Karen. Eases a bit, but after Lenana School, it is orange all the way to the Junction Mall, meaning it is just full of traffic, but at least it's moving. Once you get to this other section of Ngong Road, talking about areas past Adams Arcade, past Prestige Plaza, all the way to the City Mortuary roundabout, it is moving at least. Ngong Road is not so bad. It's just full of traffic, but moving. And as far as Waiyaki Way is concerned, because I've seen it is quite problematic today, all the way from Kabete, New Loresho Estate, it is a darker green, but it gets even worse once you get close to Nairobi School, all the way towards this intersection with James Gishuru Road, which is also not looking very good. Quite some dark orange there, dark red actually. After that, after the ABC Place, going further down to Westlands, it is green, and all the way into town. So from Westlands to town, right now it is doing well. The only slowdown you'll experience is next to the University of Nairobi roundabout, just that. Jogoo Road this morning, not so bad. From Hamza, past Mbotela, and you can see past the Makadara Low Courts, just the usual bumps there. After that, St. Stephen's, ACK roundabout, Chachami, not so bad. But wow, once you get to Shauri Moyo, just beyond Maziwa, it gets very slow as you move towards the City Stadium roundabout. You can see all this Kaloleni City Stadium stage. There it is very slow, and it gets even slower once you get beyond the roundabout and onto Landis Road. You can actually see a dark red all the way to Machakos bus station and beyond. Wow, no let up. Even once you get to Haile Selassie Avenue into town, it is very slow. So if at all you're on Jogoo Road and you're hoping to get to town, that route will take you quite a bit of time. If you're lucky, probably you could use this other side. Use Lusaka Road into a bit of industrial area, take a few turns here and there onto Huru Highway through this Kibit area, which could be much better. But that is as far as traffic is concerned. Once you get into town, usual traffic will prevail. But let's take a look at what's happening via Mathri route, see if at all there are any updates. Thika Road, slow but moving. Yes, we've seen that. Jogoo Road in Asonga Kusonga slows down near the two bumps. And of course, these are the two bumps at Mbotela, next to St. Anne's Secondary School. Wayakiwe is messy like Lionel this morning. And that must be further up between Kabete and Nairobi School, because that's where the problem is. Once you get beyond that area, it is green all the way down to town. So just have some patience. The Giri Road coming down to Peponi, it's chock-a-block, Kabisa, not moving at all. Well, crazy traffic on Bunyala Road from the Dunga Road roundabout. That's Bunyala Road, that's coming down from those sides of industrial area, coming towards Bunyala Road. Langata Road moving steadily. Cops at Timol doing a great service. Wow, kudos to those police officers helping traffic at Timol roundabout. Langata Road not looking so bad, but very slow this morning. Langata Uhuru Gardens to the CBD packed as well. This is at 11 minutes ago. It is very slow. You can use Kibera route if you know. This is according to TR Odudus. Yes. This one must be along Wayakiwe. Wayakiwe, this is how Wayakiwe, parts of Wayakiwe are looking like. But it's understandable. Wayakiwe, there's a road construction going on parts of it. Hence the slowdown. And this we have to mention, this is just pure bad behavior by one of these matatus, and this must be on Thika Road, and this matatu is actually right next to the guardrails, and of course forcing this other motorist off his lane or her lane, and this is typical KBS 722T, whichever circle, unfortunately it's been hidden. This is something that we need to call out. Yeah? Inbound Kenya Mpya on the rails, Kenya Mpya, yes, via Paul Maundu. Wondering who bewitched these buses. This is beyond bewitching. This is just bad behavior on the roads. Thika Road from Safari Park. This is how it's looking on Thika Road. Today it is actually a not nice traffic day for Thika Road. It is bumper to bumper, but as some motorists say, it is moving. And that's the traffic as it is this morning on the major roads. Very slow, but moving.